storm is coming.
Well, welcome back, guys. I am here hitting up the big water with the man, the myth, the moth.
The moth.
I think you might be the moth,
man.
but it might be a myth. And the legend, Paul from Cincy Fish Dudes. We are going to have a little bit of a sluggy, buggy, paddle-taily kind of day. Cass Cray way is the only way.
Maybe a huggy too.
Listen, what I'm trying to do is beat a 15-inch smallie on this river because I really haven't touched this river enough to get some quality fish, but today that changes. We've even got a little tributary we might play in just for a hot second and see what we make happen. Me and Paul are ready to hit the water.
You said hot second, you're not lying.
It is
90?
93 today is going to be
Blue sky, so we got a little bit of work to do, but we can find them.
it's worth it. Let's go. Well, we have arrived at the greatest of all the Miami rivers, the Great Miami River. Like, I don't know. I almost don't want to waste time here. Do you want to do the creek?
Sure.
This looks kind of unproductive.
We can always go find somewhere else too.
Yeah.
After the creek.
Yeah, that way we don't waste so much time here. Oh, my bad. Well, dang it, we struck out on the big river. It's like the water level was rising and it was not very good clarity. It's also hot as heck out, so we went ahead and tapped out of that mission. We're gonna go do what we know best and find a little creek. Go put our feet in that and see if we can catch some smallies.
Time to open the maps.
Heck yeah. Google Maps exploration. Well, Paul had a great idea. He said, you know what, let's pull out the old Google Maps, poke around the Great Miami and find a tributary that just looks like smallmouth live inside of it. And that we did.
We got a new mission that neither of us have done before.
Yeah, this is the exciting stuff where you find a creek that neither of us have. What, dude?
You already seen movement?
Already seeing movement. This is gonna happen. Let's get in the water.
Is this one of these things we're walking down the middle, shooting left and right? Is it better? Yeah, let me see. Ooh, look at the hole here. There might be something.
I know. Oh, white bass. I would have bet you $1 million that was a gar.
Even better. Well, that is a great sign.
Ouch.
Good job. Good pick. I guess there's gonna be a school. I can school up. Let's see.
Well, look at him. That's a nice one. Man, he got me twice. All right, guys. Well, did you say striper or white bass?
Got the line going all the way through to the center. I don't think stripers are, I would say white bass.
Yeah.
It's a really beautiful.
Well, you know what? I put in blood and a sweat. Not tears yet, but...
We thought that was a gar at first.
It's funny, I was casting at the gar just to see if I could get him to play.
Yeah.
And he must have been sitting right under him. And Paul said, hey, good sign, there might be a school, because white bass are very known to school up, so maybe we got a few of them in here.
Yeah, this doesn't look very pressured. I mean, I don't see any evidence of fishing happening in this area.
Ooh, a bunch of centipedes. I saw a big fat millipede on the Little Miami, East Fork Little Miami down in Sycamore Park.
You don't mind, I'm gonna swing that a lure real quick while we're in the shade. bug should be good back there. You know, weed out all the smallies.
Ooh, there's a little snake.
Scared the shit out of me. It's the centipedes that really...
Listen, I keep doing this shit to Paul, and I got something huge coming for me. I don't know what's gonna go.
I'm not creative enough to find that good.
Well, it was a little bit of a dry mission. One, it was a nice white bass. We got to play around with some gar. Couldn't get anything to bite. Man, next time we come here, if we ever come here again, I have to bring some corn.
The amount of bait that was swimming around us and all the different...
It was full of life. It's just, I think it might be too hot for anything to play around today. We'll see you guys at the next spot here in 1 second. Well, the heat wave is temporarily over, and we're finally back on a creek in not 100-degree heat index, which is nice. And they basically have receded back to normal. We've been getting blasted with rain and heat, so it's been absolutely terrible for fishing. But this weekend is awesome. Got Evan with me, and we are going to hit up the creeks. I'm starting off with the Cascray Retina. It's a deep diving crankbait, but I like to think of it as like quick diving, especially when you use it in creeks, because as soon as you throw it, it's going to get right down on the rocks. And then Evan, what are you starting with today?
Whatever you guys are calling this crankbait.
So Evan's starting with the old square belly in color blackhead. We are ready to hit the creek. Let's go.
Start recording.
Oh, get in there. You see him? Look, yeah. Look, get him. He's over towards the right now. Now he's over by the grass a little bit. So I started off with the Retina real quick, and Evan's got the square belly, and they're like kind of chasing and swiping at it. So I want to just tie it on a paddle tail and see if maybe they'll go off it a little bit more aggressively. Little guy, rock bass. All right, first catch on the day, a little rock bass on the old paddle tail. There we go, guys. Thank you, sir. Oh, there we go. Oh God, yes. God, he took off like a freaking rocket, dude. That is a nice creek smallie. There we go. Come on. Wow. Oh, and the bait just popped out. Nice creek smallie on the 3.8 Cascray paddle tail. Heck yeah. Man, he was sitting in super shallow water. I just cast it over there in the little shadowy bank. Maybe he was just taking a break from the sun, but not a bad way to start. All right, thank you, buddy.